Urgent. Software development used to be a heavily guarded reservoir. Now, the dam has broken. We are seeing a massive, uncontrolled flood of new applications hitting the market, and traditional development models are simply drowning. As of 2026, the technical gap between having an idea and having a functional micro SaaS has closed. Tasks that once required months of manual syntax are now handled by natural language processors in seconds. This shift relies on a process called vibe coding. You describe the application you want in plain English, and the AI interprets that intent to generate the entire functional interface right in your browser. This chart shows the new reality. Because typing a prompt is trivial, building the app is no longer the bottleneck. The actual point of failure is choosing infrastructure that won't collapse the minute real users try to log in. We have production readiness on the y-axis and the required technical literacy on the x-axis. If we map out the major platforms, tools like Replit, V0, Lovable, Cursor, and Totalum, they fall into very different quadrants based on what they actually demand from you. Pick a tool that requires higher technical literacy than you possess, and you hit an unscalable wall of broken code. Pick one with low production readiness for a complex idea, and you launch with severe security flaws. The challenge today isn't learning how to write a function. It is matching the AI's abstraction layer to your actual baseline skills. Let's start with the domain expert. You have deep industry knowledge, you see a specific problem, but you cannot read or write a single line of code. As a non-technical user, AI lets you move at an incredible speed to build a minimum viable product. But without understanding the underlying architecture, you are flying completely blind regarding back-end security. Platforms like Lovable and Replit are highly seductive here. You feed them simple prompts, and within minutes, they spit out visually polished, functional web apps. They handle the heavy lifting by automatically generating fake test data and wiring everything up to their own proprietary cloud backends. You do not have to configure a single server. This matrix shows how we actually need to evaluate these builders. We have to look at data security, code ownership, and hidden costs. Notice the score on code ownership. The immediate trade-off is severe vendor lock-in. You become entirely dependent on their proprietary ecosystem to keep your app alive. Worse, there is a massive security blind spot. Because the AI prioritizes a working prototype over a secure one, your database is often left completely exposed to public manipulation by default. Zero-code platforms are excellent for validating an idea over a weekend, but they sacrifice the enterprise-grade security you need to actually run a business. Next is the Code Fluent Accelerator. You are an engineer who knows how to code, but you use AI to multiply your output by 10. You are looking at developer-focused tools like V0, Cursor, Windsurf, and Bolt.new. These platforms are designed to generate production-ready code rather than abstracting it away. Looking at the matrix for this profile, you see a massive advantage. You maintain total code ownership, meaning you can choose your own custom database and set up your own authentication providers. You can generate a complex React or Tailwind component, export it, and drop it directly into your local development environment for permanent hosting. But that control comes with a technical tax. AI hallucinations produce compounding architectural mistakes. A single faulty logic block can trigger a chain reaction that breaks your application's core data flow. This creates the dreaded doom loop. The AI breaks a feature, you prompt it to fix the error, and in its attempt to solve the problem, it breaks 3 other dependencies. Breaking out of that loop requires deep manual engineering knowledge. You have to jump into the codebase, locate the hallucinated logic, and manually untangle the wires. Developer-first tools offer infinite scalability and complete ownership, but you have to carry the heavy technical burden to debug and maintain the code they write. Finally, we have the B2B Enterprise Optimizer. You are building tools for teams, and that requires robust security and native integrations from day one. For this, you need platforms like Totalum and Pokey.ai, which are specifically designed to handle complex organizational architectures right out of the gate. The matrix adds a new, non-negotiable requirement here: multi-tenancy. If you are selling software to multiple distinct businesses, their data must be strictly separated. These platforms also allow you to securely configure native business integrations, connecting your app to CRMs, Slack, and external APIs, while enforcing role-based permissions. They even integrate directly with advanced billing systems like Dodo payments, so you can easily manage complex subscriptions, usage tiers, and organizational seats. Pragmatic. The trade-off is friction. These enterprise tools require a significantly steeper learning curve to set up, and they come with higher baseline subscription costs before you even launch. When you sell to B2B teams, prioritizing true production readiness over a quick prototype is mandatory. Every tool involves a major trade-off, either high security risks or a heavy maintenance burden. With stakes this high, writing a prompt is actually the last thing you should do. This timeline illustrates the exact sequence you should follow. The successful path always starts with a landing page, moves to a pre-sale, and only then builds the MVP. Focusing on the pre-sale confirms your audience will actually hand over their credit card. This slow validation process prevents the single most common mistake founders make, spending months launching a perfectly coded app to exactly 0 users. We can distill this into a final decision tree. Can you read code? If no, use Lovable for a quick prototype, but rebuild securely later. If yes, use Cursor to accelerate your codebase, or TotalOhm for built-in B2B multi-tenancy. Success in this new landscape of automated development isn't about finding a magic app builder. It is about choosing the infrastructure that honestly reflects your technical reality and your business goals.